62. From traditional funeral services to memorials to direct cremation, pre-needs, and more. Call Charlotte White at Exquisite Family Mortuary for Southern hospitality in Southern California. That's Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. Exquisite Family Mortuary is located nearby in Inglewood, California. Exquisite Family Mortuary, where your loved one becomes our loved one.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
This is really interesting to me because moments ago you were talking about how shrewdness is a character quality we need, and it is built. So this phrase jumped in my head, and it is this: avoidance is atrophy. And if we go back to this metaphor of the trust muscle, avoidance is atrophy. What's the lane then, Dr. Cloud, that we should stay in so that we are exposing ourselves to healthy levels of discernment, so that this trust muscle can be built? I think about avoidance.
Say that sentence again. What is the what that we should stay in?
The lane that we should stay in. In other words, I think about avoidance in this way. If someone says, Dr. Cloud, I'm not afraid of flying, but they never get on an airplane.
Right.
It's sort of that thing. So if avoiding pain...
The worst thing you can have is a life with no stress.
Tell me more.
I mean, we know that from all the research in the world.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's a book written about this. My brother-in-law was describing it to me recently, called The Comfort Crisis.
Michael Easter, yeah.
And it's how our whole lives are designed: more and more and more comfort, less and less, strain. And that's not the way you build a human.
No.
Now, what we want to do is we want to avoid injurious stress. We want to seek stretching stress. The mind can only learn new behaviors in a moment of arousal, okay? Because it's the arousal that releases the chemicals to the hippocampus that binds that experience and that new behavior in a way that produces new wiring to be able to do it again. And so if we're not a little bit out over our skis all the time, we're going backwards.
Yes.
Period. I mean, period. This is why they want you to get your heart rate up, however many minutes a week, because that's making it strong. Now, they don't want to blow it out where you keel over from a MI or something, but if you're not moving, if you're on the couch, and we got a lot of, unfortunately, we got a lot of kids that are being raised on the couch with a video control in their hand when they ought to be out there fighting real battles on the schoolyard,
I don't want to take too much time on this, but that statement really provokes me in a really inspiring way. They should be out on the playground fighting real battles. Dr. Cloud, if we're...
Man, oh, Manischewitz. Oh, a comfort crisis. The voice of reason returns with yet another barn burner. The miseducation of relationship benefits. We're going to talk about your relationship benefits package. Because I believe the comfort crisis makes people think that benefits, receiving benefits, care, love, kindness, protection, money, whatever, right? Whatever you need, wound security, right? I think people think that is a unidirectional thing. Meaning, if you're doing what the wounds and what my needs ask for, you're good. If you're not, it's bad. See, what you fail to realize about relationships is that most things you encounter in a relationship is bidirectional. It's not unidirectional. If somebody is coming to benefit you in a relationship, they are also coming to challenge you. Benefits are also bidirectional. There are some benefits that are unlikely, unsavory, emotionally triggering. There's some benefits that will do that to you. But many of us don't want that done because we only want one side of the benefit. The side that makes me feel good, the side that makes me laugh, the side that makes me care, the side that entertains me. The comfort crisis is in full effect. Tonight's topic, the miseducation of benefits, your relationship benefits package. All right? Relationships benefits shadow. Relationship benefits shadow. What is it? Unlikely, unsavory, emotionally triggering. It's all there. A deeper look at the terrifying nature of getting all of what you ask for. Why don't you just say you want some of what you ask for, only the good part? No, you're going to get all of what you ask for. You're going to get the good and the bad because they are never to be separated. Did you know that? That's what yin and yang is. They are never to be separated. Krishnamurti put it this way: if you're in pursuit of pleasure, unbeknownst to you, you're also in pursuit of pain. Desire, often born from loneliness and lack, may drive some people into the loneliness epidemic, exposing a deeper unconscious yearning for connection. This inadequacy wound becomes a weapon, compounding emotional distress. Can pain serve as the great equalizer, intertwining our experiences of pleasure and suffering, while fleeting satisfaction masks it, covers it up? Profound discontent, it perpetuates codependency, stalling genuine growth. In contrast, true contentment emerges from radical acceptance, fostering resilience amid relational turmoil. If you're in a relationship with somebody else and you've got turmoil in you, there will be turmoil in the relationship. If they've got turmoil in them, there will be turmoil in the relationship. And 9 times out of 10, most people got some kind of turmoil within themselves that they've been hiding, shielding, protecting, locked away. Okay? This provocative inquiry challenges us to confront the shadows woven into our quests for intimacy and fulfillment, illuminating the unsettling truths about human connection and the implication of our deepest desires. Is the pursuit of happiness a pathway to discontent? How does the relentless quest for happiness, often championed in self-help narratives, create deeper feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction rather than fulfillment and joy? You think getting what you want all the time is going to make you happy? You think there's no monotony in joy all the time? In happiness? It's just not how the universe, the fabric of reality, is built on binary, polarity. That's just what it is. But I know. Somebody told y'all different. Can emotional pain lead to greater relational intimacy? In what ways can experiencing and acknowledging emotional discomfort within relationships catalyze deeper connections and foster authentic intimacy, contrary to the common belief that intimacy should be pure joy? Maybe that's not enough. Is unconditional love a dangerous illusion? How might the notion of unconditional love perpetuate unhealthy attachments and relational dynamics, making deeper issues of dependency and emotional dysregulation? Is unconditional love the problem? It's supposed to be all good? Who told you that? Does vulnerability expose us or liberate us? Can you discern between the two? Does vulnerability expose us or liberate us? Vulnerability hurts now. I was talking to somebody today in the cigar lounge and they said it. It hurts. We move away from what hurts. So vulnerability is a key ingredient for deeper connection, but we move away from it, right? To what extent does embracing vulnerability in intimate relationships invite potential harm versus facilitating profound personal and relational growth? And how does this challenge traditional beliefs about protection in love? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I want to talk to you. You already know what it is all week long. Monday through Thursday, I come in here and we cooking. We're talking about things that are necessary with regards to bonding intimately, loving authentically. It's very difficult to do if you're not true. And what is true? What is true? That it's not always good. And how you show up when it's bad is actually the barometer for the success of that relationship. And I'm not telling you to stay in a toxic, abusive, violent relationship. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you can cultivate the skills necessary to manage conflict, there is great benefit in the unsavory, unsettling, emotionally triggering conflicts that intimate relationships oftentimes have. Are toxic relationships necessary for personal growth? Do you believe that, Andy? Do you believe you got to be in a toxic relationship at some point so you could grow? Are toxic relationships necessary for personal growth? 1-800-920-1580. What empirical evidence supports the notion that remaining in toxic relationships can spur greater self-awareness and transformation? And how does this contradict the widespread narrative advocating for avoidance? Avoidance is not good as an attachment style, and it's not good as a communication style. So how is it good when there's a certain level? And I'm not talking about violence. I'm not talking about domestic violence. But there's a certain level of toxicity in a relationship. How does that toxicity reflect back to you and your own toxicity? How can you use the toxicity of the relationship and go, How am I a co-creator of this? What part of this is my responsibility? How do the unseen and unspoken wounds in my own being contribute, right, to the proliferation of the toxicity that we're both experiencing? You remember that old saying? Take what is yours to control, claim what is yours to control, right? So maybe, right, if we're doing some self-introspection, you can look and say, I did do this. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Can emotional dysregulation be a catalyst for connection? How does the experience of emotional dysregulation within oneself and others serve as a potential catalyst for deeper, more meaningful connections, challenging the perception that stability is essential for intimacy? Is stability essential for the development of intimacy? I want to know, because somebody told you if it ain't all good, it's all bad. And I'm going to outline some really good benefits that you get from bad situations in this show. When we come forward, the voice of reason, I'm opening the phone lines. Get to them. Let's talk. 1-800-920-1580.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The revolution will not be televised.
What's up? It is Killer Mike, also known as Michael Render, and I'm encouraging you to listen to more, not less of Truth Time with Dr. Cornel West and Senator Nina Turner on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. The Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, I am D.L. Hughley, host of the D.L. Hughley Afternoon Show, heard weekdays from 2 to 4 exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. I promise to make you think a little, but laugh a whole lot more. So tune in to the D.L. Hughley Afternoon Show, 2 to 4, only on KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We experience pain when our mental models cause us to act in spite of reality. So to give a very commonplace example, if I believe that outlet over there should have no power in it, and so I would be free to stick a metal piece in there and suffer no consequences, I would experience pain as a consequence of that decision because my model was wrong. I thought that there was no power doing that, or I didn't understand that metal conducts electricity or what have you. But like my ignorance motivated me to feel pain because I acted in a way that was like in spite of the way things are. That's a very, I think, obvious and physical example, but we can see that even with emotional and psychological pain as well, is that at the root of it is that there's some sort of belief that reality should be other than how it is. And they're clinging to this idea and in some cases continuing to make decisions in line with this incorrect model that bring them in constant contact with pain.
You know who that is, Orion Teraband. A lot of people are like, why are you playing his clips? Oh, my goodness. Hey, he's cooking. Gosh, man, I need a benefit in my life that's coming from somewhere else, someone else that I don't believe exists in me. And I feel like I deserve it. But I don't want to learn the skill that will give it to myself. I'm just going to sit here and wait till someone shows up already pre-packaged with what I need. Do you see? Do you see? I know this is not easy to take. Listen, there are benefits in relationships that literally hurt. First off, when you go through something negative with another person, you know, they're not who they purport themselves to be. They're a liar. They're manipulative. They took advantage of you in some way. There's something to be gained. And what there is to be gained doesn't necessarily feel good, but it is, in fact, a benefit. And you having gone through that experience, right? It benefited you. It made you better. And if it makes you better, then why not praise it and cherish it the same way you praise and cherish that which feels good? You'd rather make the person who hurt you the lifelong villain in your story that keeps you a victim, when in fact that person, although it didn't work out the way it was supposed to, you didn't get the upfront benefit you thought you were going to get, but you got an even greater benefit, which is a broadened sense of self-awareness. Maybe you don't value self-awareness as you do, or as much as you do self-delusion. Because when a person is making us feel the best is when they have the most power to manipulate us, to fool us, to delude us. Right? I know you don't want to hear it put that way. 1-800-920-1580. Krishnamurti's insight. Boundaries rooted in fear limit emotional presence rather than enhances it. They can promote separateness instead of fostering intimacy. Here's the Jung piece on it, Carl Jung, on the shadow work side. If boundaries are set without self-reflection, they may shield unexamined fears rather than facilitate genuine connection. You guys heard me call those cloundries. If fear is the architect of your boundary, that's not a sound boundary, which I call soundries. A boundary that is constructed through self-observation, non-judgmental self-observation, self-accountability, right? I am responsible for some of the things that have happened to me, right? That's a healthy boundary. And that boundary isn't a wall or a barrier. That boundary is somewhat porous because that boundary understands that the right person still has to be able to come through that boundary. Do you see? It becomes a cloundry where you wind up clowning yourself if Those boundaries are set without self-reflection, which may shield unexamined fears rather than facilitate genuine connection. This lack of awareness, self-awareness, disables deeper emotional engagement. Do you understand? Hawking's consciousness grid. When boundaries are enforced from lower levels of consciousness, they create environments where true intimacy is sacrificed for superficial safety. You're a clown because you created a clownry, which imprisoned you and the wound in it. Now that's your new relationship. You and the wound are soulmates now. Do you see? All benefits don't all feel great. You must understand that. We're going to talk about the relationship benefits package because everybody feels like they deserve the best, but they have yet to give the best to themselves. The best only counts as best because it comes from someone. When we come forward, the voice of reason, we're going to keep it cooking.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. A Republican lawmaker is moving to censor Black U.S. Rep. Jasmine Crockett for calling Texas Governor Greg Abbott Governor Hot Wheels at a human rights campaign gala. Abbott, who uses a wheelchair, was paralyzed at 26. Crockett denies the comment was about his disability. President Trump is asking the Supreme Court to freeze state grants aimed at reducing teacher shortages, claiming the funds are being used for DEI programs. It's part of his crackdown on DEI during his second term. Black Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown joined 18 other states in urging a federal court to block the Trump administration's end to temporary protected status for Venezuelans and Haitians. Over 27,000 in Maryland could face deportation. And services have been set for former U.S. Congresswoman Mia Love, who passed away after battling brain cancer. Love, the first Black Republican woman in Congress, will lie in state on April 6th with a memorial service the next day at the University of Utah. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Change the way you see the world at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Depart from their new Safari Excursions Depot and embark on a once-in-a-lifetime experience you'll never forget. Plus, every adventure helps support wildlife worldwide. Plan your visit to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park today.
At Exquisite Family Mortuary, we know how overwhelming it can be planning a meaningful farewell for your loved one. Secure your peace of mind by calling Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. That's Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. From traditional funeral services to memorials to direct cremation, pre-needs, and more. Call Charlotte White at Exquisite Family Mortuary for Southern hospitality in Southern California. That's Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. Exquisite Family Mortuary is located nearby in Inglewood, California. Exquisite Family Mortuary, where your loved one becomes our loved one.
To the 100 million people who owe the IRS money, this message is for you. We've helped tens of thousands of people close the door on their tax debt. So if you feel like you're stuck in a hole with IRS tax debt, then this is the easiest way to get a resolution quickly. To qualify for a no-pay or low-pay resolution, visit taxclosure.org to get free from the IRS once and for all.
To keep your bank accounts, income, and assets secure, tax closure is your same-day cure.
Bam! Out of nowhere, Crashed, hurt, don't panic, don't wait, don't call your insurance company. Call 877-CARE-LAW, the car accident attorneys who care about your case and win you the big money you deserve. Car accident, serious injury. Other firms just handle cases. We own them at 877-CARE-LAW. We're the premier injury law firm with a powerhouse team of medical experts who prove your injuries, fight for your rights, and get you to max payout fast. No fees unless you win. Dial 877-CARE-LAW now or visit 877-CARELAW.com.
877-CARE-LAW. 877-CARE-LAW. Hurt in a crash, don't stall, just call 877-CARE-LAW. Faster wins, bigger pay. After an accident, call right away. 877-CARE-LAW. 877-CARE-LAW.
Car accident, injury, don't call your insurance company. Call one team, one win. 877-CARE-LAW. Call now or go to 877-CARELAW.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. The Live Your Life organization mentors young women, helping them break negative mindsets and see beyond their surroundings. Through career exposure and hands-on training, they're encouraged to think big, stay focused, and make positive choices. Founded by Nikisha Mama Boo Smith, who transformed her life to become a community leader. Live Your Life is changing lives, but they need your help. They're raising funds to keep their new building open and expand their program. Your donations will support food, clothes, hygiene products, and holiday giveaways. Visit liveyourlife32.com. That's LIVEYOLIFE32.com to help today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
If I could
Have you ever caught yourself holding on to something you know deep down it's time to let go of? Maybe it's an old dream, a strained relationship, or an ideal of how life was supposed to look like. I've been there too. There is an African proverb that shifted my perspective completely and gave me the freedom to finally move forward. It says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. The battles we face that we fight internally, the doubt, fear, self-criticism, often cause more harm than anything external ever could. In my opinion, the real work then is protecting ourselves from the voice that we use in our heads. We're often our worst critics. When you quiet that inner enemy, you unlock the clarity and the strength to face the world. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about clearing the path for who you're becoming. We spend so much of our lives.
Oh my God, I'm trying to give it to you. Listen, why not get it from the radio? Because when you're in a relationship and these lessons are not in words, but in emotions and feelings, you guys are like, oh my God, why do I have to feel this way? You can get it from the radio. You have to just understand this. The shadow side of perceived relationship benefits reveals that these supposed perks may become detrimental in the context of unhealed individuals. Right? Without engagement in shadow work or a deeper understanding of our consciousness levels, partners risk perpetuating dysfunctional cycles rooted in inherited emotional dysregulation. Understand that. Let's go back. Let's integrate Krishnamurti again, and Carl Jung, and Dr. Hawkins. Right? Those guys will prompt us to dig deeper and to develop a deeper understanding of how these relational dynamics can be transformed by confronting inner conflicts and cultivating heightened awareness of self. We're very hyper aware, hyper vigilant of how this person is supposed to show up. But we lack that same hyper awareness when it comes to ourselves in many ways. We could be hyper aware of ourselves when it comes to criticizing ourselves and putting ourselves down, but hyper aware in the context of, I want to see my trigger so I can empathize with it. Imagine if your awareness was turned in that direction. I want to see my trigger. I'm in a relationship. I want to see how it triggers me so that the moment it shows up, I want to embrace it. Right? Does that make sense? Right? That's a hard thing to do, but it can happen. By confronting inner conflicts and cultivating heightened awareness, individuals can transcend the limitations of prior conditioning, fostering growth and genuine connection through conscious and informed relational engagement. Many of us are uninformed about ourselves. We just allow things to be basically put on the back burner, so to speak. What do you mean, allow things to be put on the back burner? Expecting somebody to bring you something that you're supposed to give yourself is putting your responsibility, right? The responsibility for making yourself better, for up-leveling yourself by embracing what is broken. That's putting that responsibility on the back burner and asking somebody to come in and be like a relational supplement. Do you understand? Let me get my caller in here. My good brother, my friend, Mountain View, Hawaii. You already know who he is. Pastor John. Mountain View, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
So we're still taking off the emperor's clothes tonight, ain't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah.
We have to, John. That's what 2025 has been about. The emperor, we got to strip him.
Butt naked.
Down to the cuticle. We got to strip him.
Down to the soul.
Down to the soul. To that rusty heel, the heel that be cracked. We got to strip them all the way down.
Down to the nakedness and the nudity of that child that's within you.
That's what we got to do.
Oh, Lord. Okay, let me go ahead and say what I need to say and get off this line. I want to hear everybody else. Mercy. Good subject, though. Good subject. How do warriors, or better yet, let's just pick one.
Oh, I love
How did
this.
Muhammad Ali become a champion? Here's a man who stated and quoted, "I did what I had to do because I hated what I had to do."
Come on. I'm listening. Come on.
You're going to abuse yourself in the relationship you have with yourself to become the greatest you're supposed to be.
Ooh.
Now try that in relationships. If you're expecting everything to be happy and nice and wonderful and sweet and all of the good benefits that you think is supposed to be yours, yes, you're supposed to get them. But didn't you know you had to fight for them?
Come on, you had to train for them.
The simple point is yes, you are blessed to be in the confines of a ring. You don't know the hedge of protection that is for you. Forget the voices that you hear outside of it. That's why they're outside the ring. Disney and everybody else has got a voice about love, but when have they demonstrated it ever?
Oh, man, hold on, Pastor John. First off, he needs those keyboards. He needs to hear that organ. But do you know what you just said to me? Listen, we live in a society that is so black and white in its thinking, so unidirectional in its thinking. Why would you cancel a skill? Just because you heard Oprah Winfrey say, all my life I had to fight, that don't mean we need to forget how to do it. Huh? That don't mean we need to cut it out completely, right?
Wait. Let's correct this. Let's correct this by stating she said that while acting.
Yes. But I'm saying it became this like cultural movement. I don't want to fight no more. But listen, sometimes, and you know this as a warrior, sometimes you have to fight for what's right, especially in a psychological sense. Sometimes your spirit needs you to stand up and be righteously indignant for your higher good. That's a type of fighting. Am I right or wrong?
You're absolutely and positively right, sir.
But we want to get away from it because we want unidirectional benefits. We want a benefit that only feels good. We don't want a benefit that actually up-levels us spiritually, psychologically, if it's going to hurt. Why is that?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, before you sit down and have that plate of food that you're getting ready to have, do you realize that as you fast and prepare yourself and go to the gym and work hard and still receive the benefits while in pain, and you chose it, knowing good and daggone well. I didn't cuss. I wanted to.
I know. I felt it. It's fine. Wait.
Knowing well.
Wait. Hold that.
That in the attraction.
Wait. Just stay right there. Because I pick up right. Knowing good and well is where our brother John, he stopped right there. When we come forward, we going back to that beautiful island, the big island over there, Mountain View, Hawaii. John, he's going to finish it up.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Materialistic satisfactions are pretty fleeting. They're not non-existent. They don't have the deep and lasting satisfaction of successful mentoring, for example, and the relationships that build out of that. I don't think there is any success at all without moral success. I think that success without moral success is actually a form of torture. Let's say you don't feel you deserve anything because you know that you're not being a good person. And that's your own judgment. You have reasons to have your conscience bothering you. And you're not successful. Well, at least you don't feel the continual injustice of that. You think, well, I'm a son of a bitch, but I don't have anything. But then let's say you're successful. You know that's all ill-gotten. And then maybe you have to rationalize constantly to live with it. Everything you collect around you is nothing but a source of torment and a constant reminder that you're criminal in your fundamental orientation.
Criminal in your fundamental orientation. Just another word for you're a bad person. Don't you know it's easy to be a bad person and be in a relationship with someone? All you got to do is have things. Be somebody. Right? Have provisions. Money, cars, homes, power, influence. Am I lying? Somebody call in and say, Zoe, you're lying. Because when you're winning in the illusion that we call the real world, right? You get to front like your inner world, right, is all together, like the outer world is. The outer world, I got the house, I got the car, I got the bank accounts, I got everything I need. I got women, I got men, whatever it is you want, right? Externally, you look like it's all together, correct? But internally, it's chaos. Have you guys seen any narcissists in the news lately? I'm asking. Whether they're musicians, athletes, politicians, actors, regular people, have you seen any? Because in the regular world, in what they call the real world, which the spirit folk call illusion, the matrix, right? If you got everything you've ever wanted, for the common mind, they've won. They have all the benefits. But the real benefits, self-conquering, right? Maybe have never conquered any aspect about themselves, but they were able to conquer the world, which means the world is easy to conquer. The hard job is left undone. Now people you provide for, guess what? Have to tolerate the work you didn't do internal. Man, John, come back in here and continue cooking, man.
First off, Dr. Peterson dropped a whole bar, and I hope somebody got it. My God.
He did.
My God. Anyway, back to the perspective of, you know good and daggone well.
Come on.
If at the point of action, no mind is being used.
Mm-hmm.
So that means even in that perfect space where you didn't even have to think about it, why are you?
Y'all heard him mention no mind, right? The Hindu principle of the cessation of the monkey mind, where the thoughts just keep coming. You're trying to quiet your thoughts. You can't quiet your thoughts. But through meditation, you can learn and achieve this state called no mind. I heard him slide it out there like a curveball. Like I saw what you did. I just wanted you said it real quick. No mind. Like, let's give them the context for what that is. Keep going, brother.
But let's just keep it a buck. Again, anything you have to fight for, regardless of when you got it and if you're trying to maintain it.
Wow.
This goes the same in relationships.
No. You just revealed something else. The way we're set up psychologically now, the thing you're supposed to fight for, even in relationships, you throw away because it's not classified as a benefit. Come on! Come on!
Man, this is good. Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord. No. This is going to hurt. This is going to change me.
My God, today this car.
This going to make me different. Who would I be without these wounds? Come on. That's not a benefit right now.
Yes, it is. Where is your perspective? Yes, it is.
In our society.
Where is your perspective?
But, John, in our society, that which is worthless has all the worth.
Not all of us believe the same story.
I'm just saying, for the most, you saw the movie, The Matrix, he said, let me tell you something, Neo. Everybody in here is plugged in and they do not want to be awakened. Do you understand? They will fight you to stay asleep. Is that not?
There's the fight. Excuse me. Just stop right there. Stop right there.
Come on, John. I'm with you.
There's the fight. And are you willing? Again, I say it in the scripture, but I'm also saying it in the Matrix.
Give it to us.
You have the red pill and you have the blue pill.
Right.
Or better yet, I give you death and life.
Isaiah 45:7. I see you. Come on.
What are you choosing?
So you're saying the choice is yours.
And the blessing is, which again, if you're missing it, oh my God. First off, no matter the choice, because whatever the choice is still a choice, and yet your God is still with you.
Wow.
So make the choice. Either one. Wow. If you're talking about the attractive guy that you want to have and he's supposed to be giving you everything, cool, take it. But also take the responsibilities of what you're going to have to fight for to keep it.
Ooh. Hey, John, guess what you just did, man?
Mountain View's in the house. Bless you all.
Listen,
Love you, man.
if you want to bring your city into this nationwide discussion, what are relationship benefits? You thought they were unidirectional. Relationship benefits are bidirectional. Sometimes the benefit feels good, sometimes it does not. When we come forward, we go into Charleston, South Carolina, Battle Creek, Michigan we on fire. Let's keep it cooking.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. A Republican lawmaker is moving to censor Black U.S. Rep. Jasmine Crockett for calling Texas Governor Greg Abbott Governor Hot Wheels at a human